the return of a man who will be talked about for the next year at least, and Brock Lesnar. How you doing tonight, Killer Kev?
I've had one hell of a weekend. Let's see, crazy-ass work stuff, weekend long. My birthday was quite an interesting affair. Sunday night, of course, WrestleMania. I still haven't gotten caught up with all the MMA and all the wrestling action that happened this past weekend. And, tonight we've got the NCAA Men's Basketball Championships, and the Kentucky Wildcats have been beating ass all night long, although it looks like Kansas is trying to get back into this. They've cut Kentucky's lead down to 9 now. There's like 4 minutes left in the game. So it's starting to get a little closer than what it has been for the rest of the game. And then we had Raw.
What's interesting is I actually don't follow the ratings for the national championship game. I know they're very highly rated games. You have to think that this year, with a number 1 and a number 2 seed, Kentucky and Kansas being two very pristine college basketball programs, that you got to think they're going to outrank or outdraw what last year's University of Connecticut and Butler game did last year.
Oh yeah.
You have stars up and down the court between Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. You have the power forward from Kansas. All these guys are going to be top high first round draft picks. And last year, I believe the highest, the guy with the most famous, Kimball Walker, in the game. So you got to think this is very highly rated, and unfortunately, it went against the Raw coming off last night's highly viewed WrestleMania. I mean, if you're looking around online, a lot of people have views. A lot of people saw that show. So seeing what this buy rate is, and you can go to AngryMarks.com tomorrow, and I'm sure Stevie J will have that up. See what this rating's going to be, because it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see what the rating is, especially since last week's rating on the Go Home show was only a 3.0.
Yes, which is, for a Go Home Raw, they've not always had the highest ratings the past couple of years, and the saying's always been, well, all you have to do is sell who's ever watching, and then a lot of people have either made plans to travel or they've already decided they're going to buy the show. I don't think that 3.0 is going to be that damning of a statement when the buy rate comes out for WrestleMania, because just based off the feedback that I've seen at other websites, I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw this show. While it's, this is what I'll finally say, and, hopefully this doesn't come across extremely cynical, but while it was cool tonight to see a familiar face back in professional wrestling, I think for the long term that it's just a Band-Aid on a lot of the issues that World Wrestling Entertainment has. And then there's nothing wrong with nostalgia, but when you're not using it to get new guys over, because while WWE is filled with talented performers, there's no transcendent performers that are, to the level of, some of the stars in the past. There's no, I don't want to say the name John Cena or Rock, because, those are two of the highest drawing people ever. But, there's no stars on the horizon, and a lot of that is WWE's fault. But until WWE makes some changes, they're going to continue to Band-Aid and bring in one big star from the past, do a year or 6 month build to a big match. And this system can't last.